People with high conflict personalities deny it. They deny that. Now, I've made a video before saying how, for me, the worst insult you could ever get from me is that you have a high conflict personality. Because to have a high conflict personality, built into that definition is that you have a low emotional intelligence level. That you care more about trying to prove people wrong to make yourself feel better, to gain respect from people, but that's ineffective because when you try to prove someone wrong, it only reinforces what they already believe. And just to spite you, they don't want to be open-minded enough to listen to what you have to say. So it's interesting though, because I've noticed that people who truly have this high conflict personality trying to prove people wrong all the time, that if it's ever insinuated that they have a high conflict personality, what are they going to do? No, I don't. They're going to argue with you to further prove that they have a high conflict personality. Well, let's put this in perspective. What if someone says, Nick, actually, you're the one with a high conflict personality? What would be my response? I bet you're right. That would be my response. I would agree with the person because I don't actually have a high conflict personality. But I would agree with that person because it actually reinforces what they believe, and then they're wanting a conflict out of me, but they're not getting the thing that they really want. So you want to tell me I have a high conflict personality? What's my response? Yeah, I bet you're right. And then it's no fun for them because the thing that they want is conflict, but I won't give them the conflict. And that confuses them because, and I've heard of it recently this way too, that bullies, and I would ultimately put people in high conflict personalities kind of in that category of bullies. Bullies are hunters and collectors is what I've heard in the comment section. Actually recently someone said that. I love that. That bullies are hunters and collectors. It's like they're trying to collect the confidence level of other people. See, people who aren't confident to begin with put other people down and try to prove other people wrong. But when you're like me and you're a confident person, you know who you are. You know what you're good at. You know what you're bad at. You know what you know what you don't know. You're aware of, there's a lot of stuff that you don't know. When you're confident in who you are, you're not trying to prove people wrong. You might want to try to teach other people stuff and express your ideas, but even then, it's not important to you that people agree with you. People with high conflict personalities, they're ultimately have that bully personality. They're not confident people. Therefore, they try to collect. They hunt and they collect. Look at all the people I told off today and I made feel insecure about themselves. Look at all the people I oppressed today. That's what high conflict personality people do. I'm not one of those people. So when people try to use that tactic on me, all you want to do is debate and argue. You have a high conflict personality. If anyone did say that to me, my response, yeah, you're probably right. I agree with you. And the whole situation is diffused. But if you ever want to find out if you ever just want proof that someone really is high conflict personality, just see how they react when someone says, man, you sure like to debate, you sure like to argue, don't you? No, I don't. Oh, just proved. Of course, I would never say, oh, after that. I would just think silently. That just confirmed what I already knew. Got comments? I've got a section for that right here.